Hey everyone, welcome to this Pixel Maven project tutorial and to Jess and Laura's Hooray for 3K video hop. This is a fun summer themed hop that we're doing to celebrate Laura and Jess's 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. There are giveaways along the hop, including here, so make sure to watch and comment on as many videos as possible. The more you comment, the higher your chances are to win. If you enjoy the videos in the hop, of course, support all of these great creators by subscribing to their channels, including mine if you're not already a subscriber. Winners will be chosen at random from all the comments left, so be sure to leave those comments everywhere. Deadline for commenting is July 10th, and winners will be announced on Laura and Jess's channel on July 15th. For more details on the prizes and how to win them, you can check the video description. For my prize, I am giving away this die from altenew. It's the Mega Hello die. It's one of my favorites, and I know you're just going to love it, so please do leave a comment. All right, so getting started, this is my lovely summertime hibiscus card. I think it's really cool, and there's really not a lot of stamping. We've got some background going on, and then all of these little pieces come together with this great hibiscus garden 3D set from altenew. So we're going to start with the background. So I'm going to set these things aside. So we just need our card base, and I'm going to pull in my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station because everything stays still when I use it. So I've got some Warm Sunshine ink here from altenew, and I just need to get a nice, actually I'll add another, there we go. Just need to get a nice background going here. It doesn't need to be perfect. I did one of these in another video recently, and again, it didn't need to be perfect because a lot of it was getting covered up, but we want to have that yellow showing through the back. So of course you could do this in all sorts of different colors. That's the great thing about these flower dies is that you can make fantasy flowers or realistic looking flowers. You can change the color in your background, all sorts of things. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and put in my lines. So this is just a precision pen here, and I'm going to just come short of each side so that way they overlap. I'm coming in about 1/4 inch. So this is a cool way to add dimension and a little bit of a border interest to your project. And it's kind of cool that it's not perfect, right? So next, I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment in so that way I can do my spatter and then let this dry. So, of course, I'm always using my stamp positioner. I've fallen in love with putting the Sizzix sheets on the back because then I don't have to use magnets, and I'm just going to add a little bit of dot adhesive to keep this card front down. There we go. And this sentiment set, it is called Sentiment Strips. It's new from altenew. Has tons of different sentiments. So I'm going to do let's do the Let's Chat Soon. The last one I did thanks for everything. So I always like to change up my sentiments when I'm doing these projects so you can see what something different looks like. All right, and of course I didn't pull out my ink. So a little VersaFine Claire in Nocturne is the perfect ink for this. Because it happens, like I get it on there and it's only once. I don't hardly ever have to restamp. All right, so now that we have that in place, I'm just gonna, I am gonna mask this little corner so that way we don't get any black spatters on it and it makes it hard to read. So another reason why I'm using the Wendy Vecchi station is because I can put down some craft mat and just kind of keep this all contained. This black ink really goes into the paper quickly, but I do want to set it aside just to let it dry. So see, the cool thing now is I can pull this guy off, clean this up, and then that's ready to go. So I'm just setting that off to the side. All right, so basically our background is done. Pretty sweet, right? So I'm going to put that off to the side, and now we can start working on our flowers. So I'm using this 3M tape because it's thebomb.com, and of course all of my dies. So I have all sorts of different colors here. This is pink eraser or pencil eraser from Lawn Fawn, and that's going to have our little background flowers on it. And then this next one is guava, and that's going to have our next layer. And I have these marked large and small, so that way when I'm looking for them, I know which one is which, and it's easier to put things together. All right, and then the next layer is these little pink accents here, and this is actually an altenew color. I think it's called Blush. And again, I have large and small listed on my dies. I really don't have to tape these down, but it's helpful. And then next, see, I mean, this is just dies. It's great. Are the little stamens, and I'm using, this is a Lawn Fawn color. It's called Sunflower. That's it. And then this one is chili pepper, also from Lawn Fawn. All right, and then I already had a leaf left over from my sample project, so I'm just going to add these other two leaves. This is Noble Fir, and then this is cilantro, so this one is also in cilantro. And again, just a little tape to stabilize these guys. I will use this tape over and over again, so these little pieces, trust me, are not going to waste. The cool thing about setting all of those up like so is, if I'm smart about it, I can basically fit almost everything. So almost everything, not quite. So I'm gonna have to run this through twice. I'm gonna speed through that and I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have all of these guys done up, it's time for assembly, and we will speed through some of this, but I wanted to show you that there is a tool that you can use that you can print out from altenew. I like to just attach it to the back of my magnet sheet, so that way I know exactly what goes with what and how it all fits together. It makes it very simple. So I always just start with one of the sizes. So I'll try to keep everything else as intact as possible on my sheets, so that way I don't get things all mixed up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the large one, and then you're going to just kind of see how this all comes together. All right, now that I have all of these complete, that just took me a few minutes of quiet time to do. I'm going to go ahead and assemble. When I am first coming up with a design for a flower arrangement, I like to kind of start off with, like to dry fit them together and just see how I like it arranged. And then what I do once I have that idea in place, I do either one of two things. Sometimes I take a picture, and actually I like to do it on the card itself, sometimes to make sure that I have the right spacing. So I'm just going to kind of dry fit this in place. And then of course I'm going off of this one. But if I wasn't, I would go ahead and take a picture of it and work off of a picture. Or as an alternative, I would take some of that 3M Post-it tape and just kind of tape them together so that way they stay, and then adhere them down. So let me show you how that works. So I just take a big chunk of this and just do that. And that's enough for me to be able to flip this over and get adhesive on the important parts. And on the frond here, I'm not doing adhesive all the way up because I want them to be kind of loose. So you can see that it's all still stuck together. And then I can just place it like so and get those glued pieces to stick down. And then I can pull up my tape. And of course this one didn't stick because it is going to get popped up. And I'm just going to add some more adhesive on the back of that guy there. We'll get everything stuck down. And then for this one, because I am going to pop him up, I am just going to put some little foam spots here. I'm not going to do them here because see how if I did, then it would kind of smush this down a little unnaturally. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of adhesive here. And that'll kind of help those two flowers stick together and then help the rest of these guys stick down. And that is the end of that project. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you give these 3D hibiscus flowers a chance. Don't forget to leave a comment here to be eligible for my altenew Mega Hello die giveaway, and leave comments elsewhere for channel giveaways and also for all of our sponsor giveaways. Thanks so much for stopping by, and until next time, happy crafting.